Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of another Anime Club podcast. Today is October 6th, 2024, and we are starting the news today with. Watch Transformers 1. That's what I'm going to say first.
That's that's your news. I didn't get to go see
that,
it.
that's my news. It's fucking great.
I had to go to the airport. I couldn't see it.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll gladly watch it again, honestly. For the most part, this week, the past couple weeks, news has been okay.
Nothing horrible has happened.
Didn't like a bunch of VTubers graduate, or did we catch them all like over the weekend?
Alright, so if we had recorded when we were going to, a VTuber did technically not graduate.
Yeah.
Amelia Watson of Hollow Myth, their first generation, left, sort of. So essentially, she's not graduating because she's still a part of the company, affiliated with the company. If you go on the official page, it says affiliate. What this will mean in the future exactly, I don't really know, but basically she won't really be performing or doing streams anymore. But I don't know, because we don't normally get this. It's either they graduate or they don't, or they get terminated, which is very interesting to see. I'm excited to see what will happen from here, but yeah, no, a lot of people were sad. It's English's second graduation after Sana, which was, oh my god, how long ago now?
That's surprising.
Yeah, no, like, don't, alright, because for the longest time, we didn't get a new English generation. I think it was like 2 years, like, we went without getting one until, like, last year where we got Advent. And then this year we got Justice. Which, oddly enough, Justice only has 4 members instead of 5. Not really sure why, but hey, all of them are doing well. I like all of them. They all have like pretty like good personalities. But it's kind of weird to see someone in Myth graduate. It's like it's the end of an era basically for me as a viewer, at least, because it's like they've been there from the start. It's strange. As long as Kiara doesn't graduate anytime soon, I'm okay. Literally, the minute that happens, I'm gonna be very sad, and I'm not gonna go out for like a month. I will not lie. That stream has been that video has been there for me at some of the worst points.
That's fair.
I will not lie. Or if Ollie from Indonesia graduates, same thing.
Other than that, I've seen episode 1 only, and I enjoyed it of Uzumaki.
Yeah.
Did you watch episode 2?
I
'Cause
watched
didn't.
episode 1. I really liked it. Alright, so I'm not a huge Junji Ito fan. I don't really read anything that Junji Ito makes. And from what I've heard with other stuff that has been like adaptive Junji Ito, like I know like a few of his stories were made into like OVAs, I think. And I remember seeing them around. And I know they're not too well received. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, the premise is cool. And like, yeah, I can see how this would be cool. Like, I see the manga panels for them, and I'm like, oh, that's like really cool. But I mean, everyone was hoping, and like, I'd say a lot of people were satisfied with episode 1 of it. It looked really good. and it got me like enough to like pay attention and like be interested in the story. Episode 2, the story is still good. I will say that. I can't say if it's like 1-to-1 for the manga because, like I just said, I've never read it. But there is a noticeable drop in quality. Like, it's pretty noticeable. Like, there's a scene where a character gets punched, and it looks really bad. Like, it looks like the hand was just kind of dragged across the screen almost.
I'm looking at it right now.
It doesn't
Oh my
look
god.
good. And it's funny because I see on like Twitter and Reddit, like, damn, they really put all the budget into episode 1 and episode 1 alone. And I hope that's not the case because a lot of insane stuff happened in episode 1 to me, like with like the cloud, the girl with like the scar on her head, like all that looked really cool, and I'm only guessing more cool stuff is going to happen towards the end because isn't it like supposed to be like 4-6 parts, like 4-6 episodes basically? It's like
6 episodes.
6 episodes. All right, like
yeah,
like hopefully you could just hopefully the next 4 look better, and it was just this one. Like there was some cool stuff that happened in this one, like with I guess spoiler if you're gonna watch it, the snail guys.
mm-hmm.
They were very cool, like seeing them, but I'm like, I don't know, if like I feel like if it were episode 1, like how it was done, it would look a little bit better. I guess like there was more like attention to detail in 1. I don't know like how else to describe it. Maybe when we talk about it in the next episode, you could like tell me what it is since you do more like art and animation. But I don't know, I was a little disappointed. Like, I mean, for me, it's not too big because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I haven't been looking forward to this like a lot of other people have, but I'd imagine if you are a big fan that this is a bit disappointing. Anything else? Anything else, Willie?
Oh, it was apparently a different like animation director and everything.
Wait.
Which makes me think that like which makes me think that like they're gonna try to make it like an anthology.
That's wait. So between episode 1 and 2, it's a different animation director.
Like it's a different animation like staff. Looks like.
Oh, that's strange. That is Uzumaki an anthology in the manga, or is it just a continuous story?
I don't know.
Because whenever
I've never read it. Let's see.
Because like whenever I see it on sale, it's not like several like books. It's usually just the one. Like it's a bigger book, which is strange. Because if you're gonna do an anthology, why didn't they just give another go at like the other Junji Ito stories? Unless I don't know, maybe like something illegal behind the scenes with that.
I don't know. This is weird. Yeah, it just looks like it's. I think every episode is animated by a different animation studio. It's not an anthology. It's just different styles, and they try and like that's only kind of good. And if it's like it took them 4 years, and every animation company was given 4 years to make one episode. I'm just like,
I guess we'll see with the next episode, like, what happens with the next animation director, because I don't know, like, it was just a big letdown, I guess, like, to me at least.
Well, to you and like hundreds of other people, yeah.
Well, to me, it's like I said, it's like whatever. I'm not a huge fan. I haven't been looking forward to this as much as other people. I imagine some people are devastated by this, and
it's just so weird that they animated it like this, like that it's just fucking like black and white 3D models, and it looks bad. It looks so bad.
Yeah. It's so sad considering how good episode 1 looked. But I'll stick it out. I'll see how this all concludes. Hopefully it ends good. If not, I guess this just somehow proves that, like, maybe stuff Junji Ito makes just cannot be adapted. Go on.
No, it can be adapted. It's just I don't know. They gave this animation studio a chance, and it doesn't look good. 'Cause I guess episode 1 through 4, it's all the same story with the same characters.
It's just so strange. Like, I don't know. I hope it gets better. That's all I can hope for. But that will have to be seen, essentially.
And also, apparently, they're omitting like tons of the story.
What does omitting mean again? My mind's drawing a blank.
They're cutting off like a good chunk of the story that explains context for stuff.
Oh, that's a little disappointing. Alright, I guess I am going to have to read it. I'll have to read it, essentially, because, like, that's a little disappointing.
Uzumaki anime is so bad I think I'm gonna kill myself. That's what I'm saying on Twitter. It's funny.
Some people on Twitter are funny. I'm looking at you random people who don't take it so seriously, like it's your only lifeline. Oh, in other news, you want to know something that really annoys me?
What?
There was a manga that I read at one point, and because I was interested by the premise, and then they immediately abandoned the premise. And it's called The Dangers in My Heart. The premise was this loner loser wants to kill the most popular girl in his class.
Mm-hmm.
And there were romance elements, but I wanted to see... Essentially what I wanted from it was I wanted to see, like, kind of a struggle between, like, him kind of falling in love and, like, still wanting to kill her. Yeah, they abandoned that, like, very early on, and then it just becomes kind of a normal romance story. Like, I'm talking very early on, like, at least in my memory, within, like, 20 chapters. And the anime, from what I vaguely remember, was pretty popular. It was like the seasonal one at the time. And the reason I bring this all up is because it has a anime movie coming where it's going to be a recap with additional footage and some improved visuals. Oh, and continuing basically their story a little bit.
Yeah, no, I've noticed a lot of animes doing that recently, where like they start a premise and then they don't do anything with it.
I thought you were gonna say recap movies. Like I've been seeing a lot of recap movies lately.
Oh, that too. There's just a lot of
recap. What have you seen where like they abandoned the premise recently?
That one, like, lesbian anime. It's not. I don't even count a lesbian.
Which one, man?
Anymore. It was the one where it's like two girls voice acting and they start off as enemies and then they grow to like each other.
I remember what you're talking about.
It stops becoming that and then starts just becoming fucking just a voice acting anime, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want them to fall in love. Shut the fuck up. Get this shit out of my face. And it literally just turns into two voice actors talking about like voice acting. And I'm like, that's cute and all, but like, don't give me these cute characters if like they're not getting together, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of romance animes recently. Been watching. I watched Wotakoi finally. It's so good. I've been watching. I actually watched the Coomer anime, My Dress Up Darling.
What'd you think?
Which is funny because after that I read the manga. It's weird. The anime is way more Coomer than the manga.
Yes.
It's like way more fan servicey than the manga, which I'm glad to know because like once it ended, I started reading the manga and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have to worry about like super fan servicey stuff.
Yeah, no, it definitely dies down a bit later on in the manga. You want to know what the newest arc is, basically?
Hey, everybody. This is a spoiler warning right here. Go to this time if you don't want to be spoiled on My Dress Up Darling. Isn't it that he starts to get jealous of people seeing her?
Yeah, we're going to put a spoiler right before that. But yeah, it's Depression Arc. We're a Depression Arc, except it just ended, basically. Okay. So yeah, he makes a really good costume, and they go to, I think it's Comiket, which, you know, it's like the biggest convention in Japan. So everyone falls in love with the costume. Everyone falls in love with her. It's so beautiful, and he starts to get jealous, essentially. So he kind of just cuts himself off a bit, and like he hasn't talked to her for a bit, and you know, clearly she knows something's up, and she starts feeling bad because she thinks she did something. At the same time, do you remember at the beginning where there's like a girl that says like, "Oh, you like Hina dolls? Oh, you're fucking cringe. You're disgusting." You remember that?
Do we finally meet
her? Yes, we finally meet her.
Okay.
And she's kind of like weird where she's like sort of apologetic and then really just not apologetic.
Oh, she's like apologetic, but then like she still makes fun of him for it?
No, she doesn't make fun of him, but like...
Or she calls him creepy?
No. It's like, I think she just doesn't... She regrets more just like, oh yeah, like he stopped talking to me after that than like anything.
I'll when I get to it, I'll know what you mean.
Yeah. What else? But essentially, you know what they do? You know what they do? They talk it out, and it turns out they find out from each other, oh, we both actually like each other. And I will say that is one of the things I like about it early on. Yeah, no, the girl just realizes very early on, oh my god, he's adorable. I love him. He's great. And he's like, he understands it, but he's like, I don't know if I can. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm like good enough, essentially. Which, you know, is like fine.
I mean, he struggled with that the whole time, so I get it.
Yeah, I like that more than just like if he were just absolutely stupid and dense and like just didn't understand what he was feeling. But Dress Up Darling has always been like something where like I've read and like watched. I'm like, yeah, no, I like this. I'm not gonna talk to anyone about this because they're just gonna think I'm a gooner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, it's so weird how much gooner the anime is compared to the manga.
Yeah, and I think it was. I might be wrong. I think it was confirmed for season 2. I don't know when though. I don't think a date has been announced.
I don't think we'll see that for a while.
Hopefully sometime soon though. Hopefully.
You want to know what got season 5 that I just saw recently that we somehow missed?
What?
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon season 5?
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I just saw episode 1 right now.
What?
I don't know how I missed that.
Still going?
It's still going. It's good.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just surprised. Is all like, fuck, dude.
The moment I saw that it got a season 4, I knew it was gonna still go.
God damn.
It's not bad. So I was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for every fan of that, and you know, hopefully it's good. Hopefully, like it hasn't. I haven't seen it. I think I saw like the first season. That's it. I just hope like, you know, there hasn't been like drops in quality or something, or like it became like really shit.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We gotta watch the Ranma 1/2 remake.
Yes, I am excited. So I just like
we'll watch that.
I was gonna watch it before this episode. I just fell asleep. That's all that happened. Oh, you know what didn't get a season 3 but got a movie instead?
What?
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Let's go.
Oh.
Did peak there? Did my mic peak? Is that why you said oh, or are you just like, oh, it got a movie?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, I thought, okay, no, I didn't tell you about it because
no, you didn't.
it was like before we were gonna record an episode but didn't. So there's 2 announcements. Kyoto Animation, literally the day we were gonna have the episode but didn't. They had a little presentation like, hey, it's been a while, here's what we're doing. They're doing 2 things. They're coming out next year. Both of these are coming out next year, which is let me look up the exact title actually. I don't remember the exact title. But it's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and another project called City, the animation. Now, with Dragon Maid, I know exactly what it is, and I know exactly what's going to happen in it. And I was wondering for a while how they were going to do it, because you know how Dragon Maid is very, like, episodic in its formula, where it's like, oh, like, this episode they're doing this episode they're doing this, and, like, towards, like, the beginning of season 2 and, like, the end of season 1, it's, like, 2-parters or, like, continuations. This is an actual arc.
Yeah.
Like, it took several chapters, and I was wondering, like, how they were gonna do it. Like, are they gonna do a 2-parter? Like, a couple episodes? I'm glad they're going with a movie. It's the much easier thing to do when it comes to this. And should I talk about what it is?
Go ahead.
all right, spoiler for that arc and the movie when it eventually comes out. Essentially, we find out why Kana was kicked out, because it's established like earlier in the manga and in the show, she was kicked out because she was a prankster. She did too many pranks. Yeah, no, this prank was serious. She stole like an artifact. I don't remember what it was. It feels like an artifact or just like something very like important. And yeah, it turns out she's just had it the whole time. So her dad comes back for her and basically just drags her back to like the fantasy world they're from.
Oh.
And
okay.
There's a mini battle because there's someone working in secret that's like pulling the strings of like the dragon factions, like the Harmony faction and the Chaos faction. It's a pretty good arc. I really liked it. It's been so long since I read it though that I'm excited to just see it be adapted like that. And the other work that they're doing is called City. From what I know, it's basically Nichijou. It's from the same creator as Nichijou.
Okay.
And I noticed that immediately when I saw just like the little like 30-second trailer for it. And I read a bit of it. It's kind of just, yeah, it's basically kind of just like Nichijou, where it's like goofy, it's like slapstick humor. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be just like a pretty funny thing. I think people are going to like it because there have been people that have wanted something like Nichijou for a very long time, but we haven't gotten.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I think this will be a good series. Hopefully they'll do more than just like a few episodes. Well, so speaking of a few episodes, I still think it's funny that Overwatch was going to get a TV series.
What?
Yeah. Did you not know this?
Is it animated?
Yeah, it was going to be in like some sort of animated TV series. It was going to be Overwatch, Diablo, and World of Warcraft. They were all going to get animated series at Netflix. But the plug was pulled at some point. I don't know if it was very on in development. I don't even know if it was being developed. It might have just been in plans.
So are they going through
No,
with it now?
not at all.
Okay.
I have the headline right here. An Overwatch TV series was previously in development at Netflix. The series didn't move forward after Netflix hired former Blizzard CFO, which led to a lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. There's like conflict with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be bad. That sucks. Dang. Overwatch players will never get the Overwatch story, which is what Overwatch players bought the game for anyway, but whatever.
Yeah. Just time and time again, the story has been robbed away. But yeah, they'll always be robbed of the story. It's just funny to me because like I haven't played Overwatch in a long time. But I remember being interested in its story because like, oh, it's just like, because like they had the immediate setup like, oh yeah, there was a war like that lasted like a few years, and it led to the creation of like this robot species called Omni. I was interested in that and like how that world would progress further, but it just
too bad.
Yep, too bad. Yep. Oh look, we're giving Reinhardt a story, and like he has like a very like tragic story from the past with like his former like friend and captain. Like, oh no, never mind.
No.
You'll never have any more progression than that.
No.
No. Like, look at here's Bastion, a war machine who's like become more like emotional and like wants to be more than just a war. Nope.
Bye.
Oh, Zenyatta has a whole they worship like they have like meditation and like they believe in like spiritual. Nope.
The moon is filled with
monkeys,
animals that can speak. Not even just monkeys, just animals that can speak.
And they had a rebellion against their master. Nope.
Bye.
Here are two brothers that are clashing with each other. One unable to forgive himself for the sins of his past, and one who simply wishes the brother can move on. Nope. But that's something. That's something. Why do people still play Overwatch, actually?
Because people like to hurt themselves.
That's true. League of Legends fans exist.
Mm-hmm.
Valorant fans exist.
World of Warcraft fans exist.
One day there'll be a game. I mean, I guess I'm not in much position to speak. I play Halo.
No. Halo.
We haven't had a good game since like 2011.
Infinite was fun.
It
just wasn't very
Infinite
memorable.
Was a bag of wasted potential.
Damn.
I will say.
Hey, I can't say much. I'm not the Halo head.
I am. I don't want to get into the Halo rant right now.
The famous Halo
rant. It'll be out when it's out. Maybe I should do a famous Halo rant. Maybe that'll be the first video, not even an anime related video. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to talk about. Everyone right now, I'm looking at you, Jonathan. You who doesn't read manga, barely watches anime, but you know what? You listen to the podcast. And I know you do. Everyone else listening. Anyone listening, go read Love Bullet. Go read it now.
Okay.
I love it. It's so good.
Okay.
I'll talk about the premise real quick. I think I've told you about it just because of how much it's like perfect for me. The story is when someone dies and they have never fallen in love or have had like love essentially, the goddess of love brings them back as a Cupid. And their job is to make other people fall in love. And basically just kind of prevent what became of them. And over time, as the times have changed, their bow and arrows have just turned to guns.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a little fun thing in there that I really like. So, like the first chapter, it's 4 Cupids. They're sitting at a table watching 3 people that are in a love triangle. And they're trying to figure out which... So, it's one girl, and she has 2 people that are into her. Another girl, and a dude. And they're trying to their job is to figure out who is the best match for her out of them. They're gonna shoot both of them, and they're gonna fall in love. And they can't decide civilly how to do it, so they have a shootout in the restaurant. They have a shootout between each other of which side is going to win. 2 are for the dude, 2 are for the girl. And they can't die from their bullets. But it's sad, but it's funny to me what happens when they get shot with their bullets, because they cannot fall in love. Like, they can't, because it just goes against, like, what they are as creatures. So when they get shot with their bullets that are made to have people fall in love, they just get very envious of people that are in love, and very sad that they themselves can't be in love. It's just very funny seeing it happen in the series. And I won't tell you how that chapter ends, even though it's just the first chapter, because I like what they did and how to solve it. But it's very good. It's very... I think it does a good blend of doing, like, one part, it's world building pretty early on, and how, like, setting up rules of how stuff works. Its characters, they're... So far, I do have a favorite character. I forget her name at the moment. That's because I'm bad at names. And I think it blends comedy, action, and just, like, light romance stories all together pretty well. But another reason I really wanted to recommend this one was the author needs help. It still needs help. So this is their first work, their debut work, and I think it's really good. But apparently, if Volume 1 just doesn't sell that well, it could get canned. And so, at the end of the first volume, they put a special, like, little comic out. And, like, they made it funny, they made it goofy, but it was serious. So, like, if you do like the series, to buy the first volume and to support if you can. And yeah, people showed up. The people really showed up for this one. Essentially, Western fans found out, and just like fans outside of Japan found out, and they started buying the first volume. Keep in mind, it hasn't been translated into, like, I think any language outside of Japanese, but people sold out the first volume on several websites. I think Amazon was sold out. Like, a famous, like, bookstore in Japan was sold out for a bit of volume 1. And the author is very, very thankful. Like, they've made several posts just being like how thankful they are for all the support. And I don't know, like, I was very like touched to see that, because I don't see it very much from the anime community, where they'll just like sell out an entire first volume just so the person has a chance to tell their story. But yeah, I hope enough happens for it, and it picks up enough, like, speed that it will get to continue forward, because I want to see the backstory for the other Cupids. I want to see what more, like, they plan, because, like, the author already said, like, yeah, no, I have a lot, like, planned for the story. Is like it's going to become more like arc focused in certain parts. And yeah, I was just very happy reading it. I haven't found a manga that made me feel this happy since maybe I read Oh My Goddess.
It's Yuri?
Yeah. It's made by a Yuri author, and yeah, it's definitely, like, I don't know if it's going to be solely Yuri, considering they had, like, one person, like, the first chapter where it's a love triangle, one of them's a guy. But yeah, no, it definitely has, like, Yuri, like, in it.
Alright. This is my kind of aesthetic, so I'm gonna support this.
Hooray! I'm so
also, I can tell this is a woman art style. That's a weird thing.
That's
to
a
say,
weird thing to say. Yeah, as someone who knows nothing of art style, as someone who knows nothing of art styles, yeah.
I'm looking at the way they tweet, and I gotta support
the way they tweet. Yeah. What does that mean?
It's very.
What does that mean? I don't understand. What do you mean the way they tweet?
Okay, I gotta support this artist.
Oh, I'm glad I at least sold one person.
You sold one person. You sold two person because I'm gonna tell my partner as well. and they're gonna want to watch this.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Let me know what they think. Let me know.
Especially since they've been getting into military aesthetic
recently.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Alright, Alright, now I have a question. Are they into Ghost or like any Call of Duty character?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, there we go.
That's why I'm dressing up as a Call of Duty character.
Oh, that's why you're doing that?
That's why I'm doing
That's funny.
Hey, I look good though. I look fucking good though.
Alright, you look good. I'll admit it.
That's right. But yeah, no. I'm definitely gonna fucking read this after.
Yeah, anyone listening in the future, now, Jonathan, I'm looking at you. Read it. Go, if you can, buy it. The minute this becomes available in English, I'm buying it, because I tried buying the Japanese version. I couldn't quite figure it out, but.
Alright, this podcast will be titled Go Read Love Bullet right now.
Put a drawing of like my little walrus like pointing at the screen. And he has like angry little eyebrows.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got it.
Do you have any more? Oh, I have like two more things, but do you have anything you want to talk about?
Do I have anything I want to talk about?
I feel like I've been rambling for this whole time.
No. I mean, I've been rambling a lot in the previous episodes first.
That's fair.
It's good that you got yours out stuff first.
That's fair.
For the most part, what have I been watching? I already talked about My Dress Up Darling. I was surprised at how like nice it was, and like despite all the Coomer shit, it's genuinely like a fun time. What have I been watching? Oh, I watched My Loner Life in Another World.
And Isekai.
I watched the first 2 episodes. They just came out. I can't really say much about it because it's like still in the beginning.
It's 2 episodes in.
It's still starter. It's definitely more nerdier than your usual.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, what I mean by that is like he's more focused on stats and like leveling up than like other isekais are. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get you.
Whereas those are kind of in the background in most things. But for the most part, But for the most part, it's okay.
You know, I'll be honest. I don't like that in isekais. Like how they just have like a stats menu or something, or like oh, I've done this in my skill tree. I don't like that, because it doesn't feel like they were transported to another world. It just feels like they were transported into a video game. Because like, does everyone in the world get their weird little skill tree like that they can see? No? Oh, it's just the character? Okay.
No, I've seen some animes do that, but it's just weird.
I don't like it. Like, I feel like I would just want them to be more like, I don't know, like, what's the word?
Just regular, like sword and board. Like, if you fight, you fight.
Yeah, like they train and stuff, and like they're able to just like grow without like oh, if I do this in the skill tree, I'll unlock this, or like, oh, I've unlocked a poison ability by doing this. It's like, I'd rather them be able like just I don't know, learn to make poison or something at that point. You had a whole episode where they just learn to make poison. It's not very entertaining, but I think I'd like it more. I guess just more fantasy without needing it to feel like a video game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that.
Because I don't know, I just don't like it very much when it's like that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I think you just want a fantasy anime. I don't think you need a isekai in particular.
Yeah, maybe.
Which there are animes that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about Ranking of Kings. We haven't seen Ranking of Kings news in a while.
I was gonna say, has there been any news?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything through the grapevines. Let's see, Ranking of Kings, because we got those shorts that are still canon after season 1. Mm-hmm. I typed in Ranking of Shorts. Ranking of Kings season 2. Oh, are they counting season 2 as? Oh wait, no. Season 2 was a thing. I'm an idiot. Season 3 that we're waiting for. Oh, it was a move. No, that was only a year ago. Okay, never mind. I'll just wait until I hear something. Yeah, it was a year ago that we got those like shorts.
Dang,
that's crazy.
Even Hello Boss is putting out more shorts than that.
Hey, it was 12 shorts.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just in the Hello Boss.
It doesn't matter. Ranking of Kings. That's the only Bocchi I care about.
We'll get the Hello Boss rant soon enough. Another rant rag.
The hell of a boss rant. Oh, dude, I'll
how much
rant
I
about
like
that.
it. We'll save it for next episode. Next episode.
This is the Love Bullet episode.
This is the Love Bullet episode, and
read Love Bullet.
This is me ranting mostly episode because I still have more news after. I have like 2 more things I want to talk about after this. Okay. But yes,
I will talk about.
Go on.
I will talk about one thing. One thing only.
Yeah.
And that is Transformers fucking 1. I said it in the beginning, but I'll say it fucking again. Transformers fucking 1.
Without spoiling it, what are some of the key points that you think are really good about it?
One, it's not really a spoiler because it doesn't fucking matter. Mm-hmm. The entire movie takes place on Cybertron.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
You don't see a single human. You don't get put in this idea where like there needs to be a human being on screen so that people can relate to the characters. No.
All on Cybertron.
They make things genuinely interesting with Optimus's like journey.
Well, that's good.
Like it's like it's so funny. Everyone on Twitter and on YouTube has agreed whoever was in charge of advertising this movie needs to be fired.
That's true because I had heard about it, but I had never seen an ad for it. I never like saw anyone talking about it, like anything really.
It is genuinely like one of the like best Transformers media I've watched in a while.
Didn't you say earlier today that they made their budget back?
They made their budget back today, and then some, which is good. Thank goodness. But I want that to like double. I would prefer if they like doubled or tripled their budget. Their budget was pretty low.
It was a
pretty low budget. It was $75 million.
75 million?
That's nothing.
That's nothing, dude. Like nowadays,
for a movie,
that's nothing.
That's nothing.
Hey, you know what? This is good though. They were able to make a good movie on a lower budget, and if it keeps going with how it's going, they'll make a pretty good return on it, and you know, maybe we'll get more stuff like it in the future.
No, sadly no, because of the way the industry works, they want something to blow up big. They don't want something with minimal profits. They want it to at least like quadruple your profits, maybe even 10 times your profits. I don't know what goal they had in mind.
That's true, like, especially like it is a megacorp. It is Hasbro, and how like greedy they are sometimes. Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, Hasbro's like so bad with like their shit. If it's not fucking My Little Pony numbers, they don't give a shit.
The My Little Pony numbers be crazy though.
You know what I think the majority of the money went to though?
What?
I think all the advertising money went to toys. Because like when I went to like Target, like tell me why there was like 4 different Transformers 1 like brands.
Huh.
There was like Transformers 1 full toys. There was Transformer 1 like posable action figures. There was like little Transformers like minifigs, and then there was like maybe like 1 or 2 Transformers that could like fully transform. And I'm like, you don't like why? I'm like, this is where all the advertising budget went to. It went to the toys, which I'm just like, why are you doing this? Because toys don't sell anymore. Toys aren't the main reason why you make a cartoon anymore, which is so funny to think about.
Because Hasbro's a toy company. That's all they know.
Hasbro's a toy company.
That's all they know.
But it's so weird that you're doing like 4 different toy brands. They're being real dumb with it. But yeah, no, that's weird. Freaking. Also, like, it because like we're still in this era of like, oh, horrible like gore and mangling is like really bad, but if it's a robot,
oh, if it's a robot, it's okay.
It's okay.
There's only robot blood.
No. And it's so funny because some of these scenes, like certain Transformers, just get straight up like executed, like hardcore on their knees, like war crime executed.
Oh, I'm remembering the one from like one of the movies with the humans where like he's just on the ground pleading for his life and he gets shot in the head.
Yeah, but then like they do like horrible like mangle shit to like the jobber enemies that don't matter. And it's so like, I'm like, whoa, can you show that? Like, I get it's a robot, but Jesus fucking Christ, that was like disgusting.
I really want to watch this now.
Dude,
I want to know how bad it is.
No, dude, you'll get it's gonna be one scene because that scene made me and fucking Ivan fucking explode with laughter at how fucking brutal it was.
Oh boy, I'm excited to see it now.
We were both like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ.
We just started laughing in the theater, dude. It was so fucking crazy.
That does sound pretty crazy, actually. I want to see this now. This episode is going to be read Love Bullet and watch Transformers 1.
Transformers
and it's going to be both our little characters just looking at the screen, pointing. You have to draw like a red like hand just coming out of the ball.
Don't worry about it.
But the other two things of news I have. One's funny because so much has happened within the time we haven't filmed an episode with this person. Iron Mouse, within the time we haven't filmed, had her YouTube channel like like 2 of her YouTube channels destroyed, both reinstated, and she's become the most, if I remember correctly, the most subscribed person on Twitch, beating out K-Cent. So the first part was essentially she was getting like copyright strikes and like issues on her VOD channel, and that created problems on the main channel because she can't verify her identity fully because, you know, VTuber.
She can't leave her fucking house.
VTuber ambiguity, like not wanting to show identity, stuff like that. And essentially, yeah, they were destroyed. And then just, I think it's like a day, maybe two might even be a lot. They both got reinstated. And while this whole time while it was happening, she was doing a subathon for the IDF. Now, I've I've had to explain this before with Iron Mouse specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been an actual controversy with Iron Mouse.
Uh-oh.
It is not the Israeli Defense Force. It is the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Yeah.
People thought she was donating to them. No, it's for people with immune deficiencies like herself. It's to help people. But I haven't actually seen the grand total of how much they were able to raise. That's the only part that's bothering me. But
was it 2 million? I think
it might have been.
I remember it on their Twitter. But it's also like Iron Mouse is one of those streamers that gets. I mean, they're already like. It's so weird because they're already so like charismatic and already really talented. Mm-hmm. But it's also like I know a good chunk of like when streamers get stuff is when they do like subscriber events like this where they donate it all to charity because people like doing it because it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's just like the IDF thing. I saw like several people explaining it on my Twitter. It was so funny.
And another thing that's happened was I mentioned at the beginning, she became the most sub person on Twitch, and a lot of not just K-Cent fans, but people are like, "You telling me this drawing is now the most like
this drawing?
It's this drawing like for what? It's like so undeserving." And then like, "Oh, she did for charity." Oh, you know, I guess alright. You know, because who's gonna be the asshole? Be like, "Oh man, you're doing it charity? Ew." Who's gonna be that asshole? And a lot of people are like, "No, K-Cent's still deserving." Even K-Cent was like, "Nah, she did a good job. Like, you know, it's really good for her and like her cause that she was able to do this." Honestly, like, I'm sure like K-Cent will be able to be back up there, and then Iron Mouse will probably be back up there. It'll probably go back and forth like a few times.
Also, I'm sorry, I have to correct you because I realize who the fuck you're talking about.
Is it not K-Cent? Is that how you say it?
It's Kai Cenat. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
But like
Kai Cenat.
I realized what you were saying, and I was like, oh, that's what that's who he's
I don't
talking
watch
about.
him.
Okay, I got it.
I don't watch him, to be fair.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't watch him either. But like,
I don't see him other than like the random stuff he does sometimes. Like
the random like
apparently he had a horse in his like house.
Oh yeah, he did. It was very funny. I don't watch him either, but he's very funny.
I'm so embarrassed by that. I don't know if I can do the next story.
I don't watch Iron Mouse either, but she's very funny and charismatic. So
I hope one day for April Fools she goes full through with the tungsten rat. Yeah, it's just a like a dumb name for Iron Mouse, like a clone name. The tungsten rat. And I just want to make like a really dumb like VTuber model that's just like like what color is tungsten? Like silverish, like a silver rat.
Yeah, because that's exactly what she needs. Another model.
She has so many models. I remember at one point I stopped watching as much, and like for like a few months I would just like watch around and be like, "Oh, it's a different model. Oh, it's a different model."
Yeah.
To be fair, they're all nice looking. I like how they all look.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just so funny seeing it.
Yeah, just like you randomly like watch after like sometime not watching. Like, oh, it's a new model. Oh, it's a new model.
I will say this. This is gonna get us hated by the entire VTuber community.
Oh no! What are you gonna do?
Iron Mouse, the only VTuber whose singing I find genuinely like beautiful and like amazing, but that's because they're like an actually trained singer.
Oh, we're gonna die.
We're gonna explode. I swear.
If we ever blow up to a certain point, like someone's gonna go back, and this is gonna be our like controversy. It's gonna be our first controversy.
Do you think that? You can save yourself in this.
I don't. There are like some that I really do like.
Okay, then it's just me.
I'm
Don't
guilty.
worry. It's just
here's
me that's just
here's
gonna
the
get
thing,
shit
though.
on.
I'm guilty by association.
No, you're not. What do you mean? People are just gonna take the first clip out of context and then not do the rest? But then people are gonna respond with this clip.
It's the internet. They'll go after me no matter what.
That's true. People would just go after us just because they don't like us to begin with. So this just gives them a reason to join in on the fun.
Yeah,
that's fair. I know how the internet works.
It's a scary place.
It's a scary place. I'm scared.
But I got one more story off the top of my head, and this is for Hololive fans and people who just like arcades. Hololive's doing a collab with Round One, a arcade brand that's here in the US and in Japan. I am very excited, although I've lost some excitement, definitely. So, off the bat, for anyone who does want to go to this like collab, it's broken up into multiple dates. The official statement is, due to unfortunate circumstance, the launch of Hololive X Round 1 has been rescheduled. And basically what they are breaking up is the merch and like everything's going with it. So the merch we have are towels, one with all the participating members, which the members that are participating are Iris, Fuomoko, Okayu, Ina, Gura, and Fubuki. They're all like gonna be representatives and like just the mascots for this collab. And there's a towel with all of them on it, and then there's one with Gura on it with just a bowling ball. And the other merchandise is keychains, one with just the group, and then a chibi version of the group, and several plushies. Small, like little keychain plushies, bigger ones that are going to be available in claw machines. Now, the first day of the collab, October 11th, 2014, will be the towels. Just the towels. On October 18th, the drinks. Oh, that's the part I forgot. There's going to be 8 drinks, all themed after each of the girls, with coasters for each of the girls. I'm going to have 8 drinks and try to get... Oh, no, it's 5 drinks, I believe. And I'm going to have to try to get 8 coasters. That's going to be fun.
I'll drink with you.
You're going to have to. I haven't already volunteered.
Okay.
But we all have to go into this one. This is our Eltingville episode.
Okay, perfect.
So,
I don't know what that means. But
the Eltingville Club.
I don't know what that means.
You never watched the Eltingville Club? You never?
No, I didn't.
Damn. You're friends with Ivan and you watch the Eltingville Club?
No.
Basically, it's just like a group of like nerds who are friends, but they also all hate each other. Who like?
Oh wait, I know what that is. Never mind.
The only difference is we're not assholes. We're not like robbing children we're not robbing children of their toys and like hiding stuff in stores so we could get it later and shit.
Oh no, I'm not that fucking.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But yeah, on the 18th, the drinks, the coasters, and the keychains will become available, and the claw machine items are going to be available October 10th. So if you want to get everything just in one go after the 25th or on the 25th. The only problem is some stuff is more limited edition than others, like the keychains and the towels. Mm-hmm. They're more limited edition. The drinks, I believe, are going to be there the whole time, same with the coasters, and hopefully the plush items. But it's just the chance of, if you go after the 25th, you might not get it. I don't know how much they're going to have. But hopefully I could get everything, and if anyone listening plans on going, you could also get everything.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're doing more stuff in the West, like concerts I can't go to.
What are you talking about?
There's only been 2. The first one was in LA and it only had 6,000 capacity. It sold out in seconds. I woke up early to get in, and I just, whenever I click somewhere, someone bought it. Thank you, Ticketmaster. Thank you.
Oh, they did.
Yep, they did it through Ticketmaster. Yep.
Yeah, you're not getting those tickets.
Yeah, I wasn't getting those tickets. And then the second one was in New York, which I heard from the Talent Point and the Fan Point that it was a lot better. It was a lot more put together, and it just like went smoother, which is good.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But yeah, that's gonna be a collab where I am going to lose money. I've already saved $100 that I've put aside for those claw machines, and I am not gonna eat. I'm not gonna drink or eat anything sweet the day of, so I could actually get every coaster and drink every drink. I'm going full in on this because.
Are you drinking every drink by yourself?
I'm gonna have every drink by myself, but if I don't get all the coasters, I'm calling you guys in for backup. This is just how it has to be.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get one drink at least.
Hold on. Let me find the drinks real quick, so I could tell you what they are. Will you get the Irish strawberry lemonade, the Fuwawa Powerade Fizz?
No, probably the strawberry lemonade.
There's more. The Mochaco strawberry cream soda.
Probably the strawberry lemonade.
The Ninamai mango cola, or the Gaogura sparkling blue soda.
Probably the strawberry lemonade.
Fair enough. I'm surprised they didn't do anything for Fubuki or Okayu in this like drink section. I'm surprised.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it's just 2 more drinks that they had to make. But yeah, I'll be honest, the one I look forward to the most is probably, I'm not gonna lie, the Mochaco strawberry cream soda looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. But also the plushies, those small ones are gonna kill me. The little like tiny claw machines, because the last time we went, they had a Story of Seasons cow that I couldn't win because the claw machine kept dropping it, and every time it dropped it, it would throw it just outside, that no matter how much I moved the claw, it couldn't reach it. And
you didn't want to ask the attendant again?
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't be like.
Well,
don't be like me, listeners.
We're gonna have to this time.
Just bite the bullet and do it. Do it for Yoshi. Do it for the addiction of claw machines and gambling.
I love gambling.
I love gambling.
He loves
It's
gambling.
bad. Don't ever. Japan is so bad for me in gambling. For a country where gambling's illegal, they sure love to gamble.
They love to gamble. It's the best thing in the world.
Their gacha, their claw machines, their restaurant. Oh, I eat 5 plates and I get a roll at the gacha. Let's go.
Hey, if it was so bad, why does it feel so good though?
That's true. That's what my dad said about Fant. Anyways, that's all the news I have.
Anyways.
Do you have anything else, Lily? Do you have anything else to say? Any other like last news or just anything you're watching or reading?
Read Love Bullet.
Read Love Bullet now.
Thank you for watching.
Watch Transformers 1.
We're
looking at you, Jonathan.
Read Love Bullet.
Read Love Bullet.
Watch Transformers 1.
Support the creator.
Have a good time.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Next episode.
Later.
Bye.